Match podcast, season 1, episode 6. Yes, 6, babe. We over halfway there. Collected. Give a round of applause for my work ethic and my podcast. Doing phenomenal in the very first season, to be honest. I mean, I'm not the biggest of the biggest podcasts, but I'm not minute either. We have views, we have watch times, okay? I love that for us. I really do. I love the bond that we're creating. I love the village that I am providing, and that's going to continue to grow into season 2. All right, y'all. So today, y'all always know I gotta have like a theme or a title. And the theme today will be the assignment versus the attention. I know a lot of y'all need to hear this one because a lot of y'all be focusing on attention too much. When it's about the assignment, when it's about bettering the world. You know, I look at stuff on a bigger level, on a bigger platform, on a bigger screen. It's not just about the community that you're in right now. It's about trying to change the whole world as a whole, okay? We trying to end world hunger over here. We not just trying to feed the people downtown. We trying to end world hunger as a whole. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than you. So if you don't know your assignment, you reach out to God by phone. Hey, God, what's my assignment? What's my purpose here? Like, my assignment was this podcast. Now, what do God want me to do with this podcast? I have not a clue in the world, but I know that my assignment was this podcast and was to speak and to also heal and help people because obviously I'm a nurse. So reach out to God and ask him what your calling or assignment or purpose is, because your assignment is the purpose that God has put within you for you to do something. Everybody got an assignment. So just call him up, God, you know, I've been feeling a little worthless. I've been feeling a little, you know, what's my assignment? And he gonna tell you. Whether that's through words, a vision, or a dream, you know? So with that being said, when you are on the assignment, like I'm on the assignment right now, I got the assignment, now I'm walking the path of the assignment, you got to stay faithful. Even if you ain't getting the attention that you want. Because attention and clout is one hell of a drug. And I mean that. A lot of y'all be too busy worried about what the next person is thinking, feeling, doing, saying, what their content is like versus your content. Well, this person got millions of views and you only in the hundreds. Like, is this an assignment or is this a competition? That's what you guys need to start thinking about. A lot of y'all be in competition with people that's not in competition with you. It's a lot of people in competition with the queen, but the queen ain't in competition with none of y'all. So again, stay faithful to your calling. When culture keeps trying to tempt you and say you need validation for this and that, tell the culture, I'm on an assignment, babe. Maybe you don't know about that. And maybe that's why you don't care as much as I care about my craft, because you're just doing stuff under temptation and for attention because the culture said this is what you should or shouldn't do. Don't be like that. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that's trying to push somebody to do something because it's the culture. And don't be that person that fold under pressure because the culture is saying to do this. If I had a penny for every time somebody told me I was doing something wrong and that I should be doing it this way, I would be a millionaire. I would be a billionaire. I would be rich. Because people always try to tell you what you should do with your life when they're not living your life. So in that case, all you need is God, for real. I mean, listen to people that's older than you because they do have more wisdom than you. That's just facts. That's just factual. They have more wisdom than you because they've been through more trials and tribulations. They've been through more experiences. They got this and they got that. So they could tell you experiences that they've been through. But at the same time, have that discernment that I be talking about. Because some people just be telling you, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, because that's what they feel that you should be doing, or because that's what they feel they lacked out on when it was their turn. But in reality, that's not for you. Just like culture now pushes attention, 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 attention. If the attention not on you, then oh, you having hissy fits and you're just not worth living because you don't have any attention, or your podcast is not worth making because nobody's giving you the attention. Girl, please. Even if I got 4 viewers every video, that's attention. Is it not? The problem is y'all be too greedy. Y'all want millions and billions of views when you ain't even talking about nothing. Are you worth the views? Do you have a message? Are you actually trying to change something for better? Or are you just spreading falselessness and lies like the rest for attention? Because like I said, attention is a hell of a drug. People will do and say anything. Things that'll make them go to hell, they'll do just for some attention. Not on this podcast. We spreading truth, wealth, and self-care. That's what we spreading at this podcast. So again, don't let the attention outweigh the assignment. It's you versus you, not you versus the world, honestly. And the longer you digest that it's you versus you, the better your content will be. The better your outcomes of whatever you're doing will be. And that's a promise, because you know what? God said it. Attention sometimes be feeling rewarding. Like when you got that first billion or first million or first 1,000 views, it can feel really rewarding. But you know what's really rewarding? The assignment that you're on. Because no amount of money can give you the feeling that you get when you're being in obedience with God. And that's just that. If you've ever been in obedience with God, you know the exact feeling that I'm talking about. It's liberating. That's like a drug that you want to keep. You want to keep eating that. That's something you want to keep digesting. Because when you feel that type of reward, it's unmatched. It's nothing you ever felt before. It's nothing that love, family, or even purchases could make you feel, to be honest. So me, on the other hand, even if I got 5, 10 viewers, I'd rather have that feeling of fulfillment than that feeling of attention. Because to be honest, you can get attention anywhere. You could walk into a room and everybody gonna turn their head. That's attention, ain't it? Yeah, it is. So what are you really chasing when you're chasing attention? Somebody drop into the comments for me. What do y'all be chasing when y'all chase attention? Because to be honest, I'm not an attention seeker. I am not. I be telling y'all when I'm something and when I'm not. I am not an attention seeker. So even when the attention be on me, I be ready for it to be off of me. Okay? So what do y'all be feeling? What do y'all be chasing when y'all looking for attention? Because you get it regardless. When you go into the gas station, people, the dudes at the gas station trying to talk to you, trying to pump your gas, that's attention. Like, so what is it? Like, what do y'all want from that? Because me, when I'm at the gas station, I'm looking a mess. I'm trying to put my gas and get on. If you're trying to talk to me, please, sir, not today. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a different breed. Just a different breed. Just one of one. Because a lot of people, they can't relate to what I'm saying right now. But I hope that me getting out this message will turn you from wanting attention to wanting assignment. I mean, let's be so 100. Let's be so real right now. Everybody like to be seen. Don't get me wrong with what I'm saying. Everybody like to be seen. But at what point does being seen change from I want to be sent here? When you're on an assignment, you're sent into rooms to help someone out or to better yourself. Or it's always a mission. You know, when you're on assignment, you're sent somewhere. You're not just seen. So at what point do you want to shift over from being seen to being sent? Because that's 2 different realms. That's 2 different missions. Those are 2 different purposes, to be honest. Like, I always refer back to this because this was just like my most revelating or convicting moment of my life, I would say. Like when I was doing makeup, I was chasing being the top makeup artist in my city, going from a freelance makeup artist to being a makeup artist on set doing people makeup for TV shows and stuff like that, and on like theaters and plays and all of that. And at some point, I had to realize, stop counting the metrics, because that's what I used to do. I used to be like, okay, every business owner does this. Like, okay, I had 15 clients in these 3 weeks. I need to be at this by week 6. You get what I'm saying? Like, at some point, I had to stop counting the metrics and actually start realizing, like, give my clients some of me. And don't get me wrong, from my day one clients to my clients now, I've always given a piece of myself because I just talk too much. So, like, they learn me and I learn them. But I had to start, like, not preaching, but, like, actually having meaningful conversations while I'm doing their makeup. And I'm able to exchange stories and exchange, like, oh girl, don't worry about that because I went through that, and this was my result of what I did and how I got through it. You get what I'm saying? Not just meaningless conversations. Oh, my boyfriend did this. Oh, my baby did that. I actually started having meaningful conversations with my clients, and that ultimately was an assignment, right? And that ultimately made them come back to me and gain a loyal client. So God says, when you do the work that you're supposed to do, you will see your fruits. It's fruitful. When I started having meaningful and deeper conversation with my clients, I started getting returning clients. And for any freelance person, you know how hard it is to get people to come back. It's easy to get people in the door. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It's easy to get people in the door. But to get them to come back, that's the thing. So when I switched from wanting to be seen to actually being sent and listening to these people, sometimes this one girl had told me, your makeup sessions is like a therapy session. And that made me feel so good. That's another thing of being fulfilled by assignment. That made me feel so good, a feeling that I had never felt while doing makeup. Like, I love doing makeup. It made me happy to do makeup. I had a good feeling about doing makeup, but that feeling of fulfillment when she said that was like, wow, like, because that's really what I'm here for. I'm not here to just be transactional. And I think that's where a lot of us get lost in the transactional piece and just seeing them as a number. Just like rappers and singers and stuff, they see fans as just an account number. You get what I'm saying? That's what fan actually means. Go look up the definition of fan. And that's exactly what they look at. It's a metric. So once people start, the little artists that go out and they actually like give back and not give back like money wise or toiletry wise or stuff like that, but actually give back a piece of themselves, they build a very loyal fan base. Just like, for example, Ariana Grande, she's one that pops in my head immediately when I'm talking about this. She actually gives a piece of herself into her music and back to people, just like Mariah the Scientist. And that's why her fan base are so loyal, because they were actually sent and not just looking at people as a metric. God's purpose for your life is literally rooted in obedience. If you're not doing the things that God wants you to do within your purpose, it won't flourish, or he'll ultimately just take it away. You'll just get a conviction and just stop. Like, you don't want to do it no more. You'll just give up. It's all tied into your obedience. Like I said, when I had got the conviction to actually start having meaningful conversations with my clients is when there was obedience. That was me taking what God said. Something clicked. So I'm not going to just say something. I'm going to actually put a name on it, and I'm going to put God to it, because that's exactly what it was. He literally gave me the inkling to start doing that, and that ultimately made me see fruits of my labor. All of your purpose is tied into obedience to God. And sometimes when you are in obedience with God, stuff may seem slow. Like me, my podcast, I haven't even hit 100 viewers yet, and I'm on episode 6. But I'm okay with that, because I know good things take time. And when you're rooted in obedience, it may come slower, but that's how you know it's going to get good. That's how you know it's going to be good. Because when stuff is slow and curated perfectly. Y'all know when y'all see a fine man or a fine woman, y'all be like, God took his time with that. That is what that means. Like, when things are slow, it's carefully detailed, it is curated to perfection, and it's literally like a savory roast. Obviously, I'm hungry, but y'all get what I'm saying though. Like, for real, when it's rushed, it be sloppy, it be ugly. You be like, it was fulfilling, but just for the second. When it's like fast food, it's like I said, a roast, you get full off of that. It took its time to cook, but you go to fast food and it's just fulfilling for the moment. You back hungry within 30 to 45 minutes because it was just something quick, fast, just to get you, fulfilled for that second, so your stomach could stop growling. But you're not fulfilled. It's not really nourishment. And that's how obedience is with your purpose. Like I said, I haven't even reached 100 viewers just yet. But I'm not upset about that because I know good things take time. And then when it does start to pick up, it's going to be nourished. It's going to be curated to the perfection. It's going to be curated to the T. If you know, you know. If you don't, you broke. But back to the attention seekers, okay? Validation is external, okay? Validation is nothing simply than fast food. Like I just said, it's fast, it's sloppy, fulfilling for the moment, but it doesn't last. When you are looking for validation from the outside world, you are not going to get the fulfillment that you are looking for. And I hate to be the one that has to always break the bad news to people, because it's like, God, he just be having me. I'm a truth teller, okay? Like, ask some of my friends, they be like, Camille tells the hardcore code truth, okay? Like, God made me a truth teller. Don't get me wrong, I be saying some little white lies here and there, but don't we all, okay? But I am really a truth teller. So when my friends come to me and be saying this, and that, I be like, girl, no, that's not the tea. Like, no, that's not cool. That's not it. No, don't go back to that man. Didn't he burn you? Like, like, I'm really a truth teller. I ain't gonna sit there and be like, you know what, girl, just do what you want to do. You grown. No, I'm gonna tell you no. And you crazy, you foolish, idiotic if you go back to somebody like that. So same as with my podcast and same with my little mini Instagram reels, I tell you the truth. That external fulfillment gives you nothing. It gives you nothing. It's like self-gratification. Feel good for the second, but 5 minutes later, you ready to do it again because all it was a small portion. It wasn't fulfilling at all. That's how external validation is, aka attention. So for all my attention seekers, please, if you don't take nothing from this message, take that. Assignment is better than attention. Being seen is not better than being sent. And that's just that on that. That's just all I gotta say about that. Attention also can be very dangerous. If you know, you know. It literally shifts your motive. You could start off doing something and it just been like so gracious and so minute, But then you start getting you a little following and you start getting you some comments and some likes, and then all of a sudden the main focus that you were focused on is not even about that anymore. You didn't let comments and other people's opinions and other people's culture and culture period change the origin of what you were even initially going after. It shifts your motive. Attention is really dangerous. It's like a drug, and it's one hell of a drug. And I'm just going to keep saying that this entire video because it literally can change the entire outlook of how you have on something. And that's not good, especially if you prayed about something and you know that this is what it was supposed to be, and one person or 4 people just said something. Now you like, dang, now you taking on their personality and what they thinking and they thought train when you were right the first time. But you got this attention, and now the attention is making you reroute and detour you into other avenues that you were never meant to even go down. Attention also creates comparison. I cannot say this enough. I do many Instagram reels, y'all. On that page that I had tagged on the last one, I'll tag it below. But I do many Instagram reels. And when I tell you this girl on TikTok checks my TikTok daily, because you know TikTok shows you who view your profile, right? This girl, she also makes similar content, but not the same type of content. And she checks my page every single morning to see, I don't know what to see, but I guess to see like insights, to see like views and likes. I honestly, I don't know. I don't try to put my mind in that type of mental, but it creates comparison. She see me getting a little attention, so she trying to be like, dang, let me see what she doing, or let me see what she's saying, so I can see how she's getting these fruits. You get what I'm saying? And comparison is not, that's not attractive, that's not cute, that's not the goal. God made each and every one of us individually. That means if he wanted you to be like me, he would have made us identical twins. If he wanted you to be like him, he would have made y'all brothers and sisters, or he would have made y'all the same person. Everyone is, because even brothers and sisters are all different. We are all different individuals. We're our own people. So don't go looking at somebody else's stuff, trying to compare your stuff to their stuff, because now you feeling discouraged because your stuff ain't popping like they stuff. Or now you feeling discouraged because your content is not as fulfilling as the next person's content. And that's all because of attention. It all roots because of attention, because you're trying to get attention because you see this person getting attention. So now you're going to start comparing yourself and doubting yourself when what you were doing is actually right for you. And what they are doing is actually right for them. Don't compare yourself to anyone, because like I said, if God wanted you to do that or to be like them or to be that, he would have made you that. Trust me, our God is very detail oriented, if you ain't know. And ultimately, attention drains your peace. I'm one of them people, I'm most peaceful by myself. I don't need a group of friends. I don't need a group of people to go out to eat with. I don't need a group of people to come over my house so I can feel like it's a home. I am peaceful by myself. I don't need all the attention, because like I said, uno numero uno. I am at peace when I am by myself. That's another reason why I know I'm not that person that's looking for attention, because I like to be with me. People that's looking for attention and attention seeking, it drains you. As much as you don't want to admit it, or as much as you try not to admit it, it drains you. Because after you done clicked on 30,000 pages and you having to swipe back 30 times just to get back to your home page because you done clicked on this person page, from this person page, from this person page, it's annoying. It's draining, and it's all attention seeking, because you looking for this and that, or how this person got this, or how this person got that. It's not cool. It's not cool. It's very draining, and it's something that I know you don't want to feel. So simply don't do it. Assignment versus attention. Assignment is better than attention, and I can guarantee you that. And if you know that you were given an assignment and you just strayed away from your assignment, simply ask yourself, why did I start this in the first place? Why did God give me this inkling in the first place? How do I feel that I started this? Because once you go back to the origin and you start to get that kid feeling again, like Taylor said on Love Island, I couldn't help myself but to say it. When you get that feeling again, though, it re-sparks something in you. When you ultimately go back and be like, dang, why did I start doing this? It re-sparks something in you. And honestly, that's just that. When you get that spark of feeling again, and you got your answer of why you started to do it, it gives you some type of like kickstart, like some type of motivation, like some type of adrenaline, like you didn't drink some coffee or something. It makes you happy. It gives you the fulfillment that you're looking for. You want to know why? Because that was your assignment. If you go every day thinking about something, that's your assignment. If you can't turn it off as much as you try, that's your assignment. You need to redefine success. What does success look like to you? And what do you think you can do to get the success that you feel? Redefine success. Don't define success on what social media or other individuals are telling you success looks like, because ultimately it's all up to you. Realign your heart. When you realign your heart to the purpose that God gave you, you can't go wrong. You literally get that kid feeling, and it gives you excitement, and you know you're on the right path. And recenter. Like I said, why did I start? What made me want to start doing this? If you do those three things, I promise you, you will know your assignment, and you will be on the correct path and in alignment, which is what we all should be striving to be. And with that being said, y'all, I'm going to close this out. Always remember, the world celebrates the loudest person in the room, but heaven noticed the person that was faithful the entire time, even in the silence. All right, y'all. I will see y'all on episode 7. Thank you for watching.